Hey everyone, welcome to Watch the Stories. Here we bring you the most emotional, dramatic, and unforgettable tales from every corner of life. So sit back, relax, and get ready to feel every emotion. Because this is where stories come alive. I'm attending my own funeral and nobody knows I'm alive. The grief is theater. The tears are calculated. Every sob from my sister Lily's lips feels like a blade twisting in my chest because I put her through this. I made her believe I was dead so I could destroy the man who's been destroying her for 2 years. My twin, my mirror, my other half. She stands at the edge of my grave in a black dress that hangs too loose on her frame, and I want to scream that I'm here, that I'm sorry, that everything I'm about to do is for her. But I don't. I can't. Instead, I stand 20 feet away behind dark sunglasses and a wig the color of autumn leaves, watching my coffin sink into the earth while my heart pounds against my ribs like it's trying to escape my body. The man beside Lily, her husband Marcus, doesn't cry. He grips her elbow with fingers that dig too deep, and I see her flinch. That small movement, that tiny surrender of her body to his control is why I'm here, why I staged a car accident, why I paid off morgue attendants and forged death certificates and disappeared from my own life as Vivian Ashford, billionaire heiress so I could become her. Lily Ashford Chen, the forgotten twin who married the wrong man. The ceremony ends. People disperse like smoke. Marcus leads Lily toward the black town car, his hand a shackle on her lower back, and something dark and hungry unfurls in my chest. I'm going to ruin him. I'm going to learn every weakness, every secret, every crack in his armor, and then I'm going to bring his entire world crashing down around him. But first, I have to become my sister. 3 days later, I stand outside Lily's house, my house now, with a single suitcase and a heartbeat that won't slow down. The brownstone looms like a mausoleum. I've been practicing her mannerisms for weeks. The way she dips her chin when she's nervous, the softness in her voice, the way she makes herself smaller in every room she enters. I've lost 15 pounds, cut my hair to match hers exactly, studied every photograph, every video, every gesture until I could disappear into her skin. The key turns in the lock. The door swings open and there he is. Not Marcus. Someone else entirely. He's leaning against the kitchen doorway, with a coffee mug in one hand and eyes like smoke, gray, and unreadable and fixed directly on me, tall, dark hair that looks like he's been running his fingers through it. A white t-shirt that clings to shoulders broad enough to make me forget just for a second why I'm here. He doesn't speak. Just watches me with an intensity that makes my skin feel too tight. Who are you? My voice comes out wrong, too strong, too commanding. I soften it immediately, dropping my gaze. I didn't know anyone would be here. Damien. His voice is low, textured like whiskey and smoke. Marcus's brother. Half-brother technically. He takes a slow sip of coffee, never breaking eye contact. You must be Lily. Something in the way he says my sister's name makes my stomach flip. Like he's tasting it. Testing it. I nod, fingers tightening around my suitcase handle. I didn't know Marcus had a brother. He doesn't talk about me. Damien pushes off the doorframe and walks toward me. Each step deliberate and measured. He stops close enough that I can smell cedar and something darker, earthier. I'm sorry about your sister, Vivian. The sound of my real name on his lips is a shock of ice water. I force my expression into grief. Let my eyes well up the way Lily's would. Thank you. It's been difficult. I'm sure. He tilts his head slightly, studying me with an attention that feels like a hand sliding up my spine. You look tired. Marcus isn't home, won't be until late. You should rest. He moves past me toward the stairs and I catch the scent of him again. Wood smoke and danger and something that makes every instinct I have scream run. But I can't run. I'm here to stay, to infiltrate, to destroy. I watch him disappear up the stairs and my reflection stares back at me from the hallway mirror. Lily's face, Lily's life, Lily's prison, and a man who looks at me like he knows. I'm lying, I can't sleep in Lily's bed. It smells wrong, like lavender and resignation and the ghost of a woman who learned to make herself invisible. I lie there for 3 hours staring at the ceiling, listening to the house settle around me, feeling the weight of Marcus's presence even though he's not home yet. The walls are too close. The air is too thick. I came here to save my sister by destroying her husband. But now I'm trapped inside her life like a butterfly pinned to corkboard, and I don't know how to breathe. At midnight, I give up. Slip out of bed wearing nothing but an oversized t-shirt that barely reaches mid-thigh, and pad downstairs on silent feet toward the kitchen. I need water, air, something to ground me before I lose my mind. The kitchen light is already on. Damien sits at the island with his laptop open and a tumbler of amber liquid beside him, bathed in the blue glow of the screen. He doesn't look up when I enter, but I see his shoulders tense, awareness rippling through him like a current. Can't sleep? His voice cuts through the silence, rough with exhaustion. No. I move to the sink, hyper-aware of how much leg I'm showing, how vulnerable I am in this thin shirt. This is Lily's home, I remind myself. She would be comfortable here, unself-conscious. I fill a glass with water and turn to find him watching me now. Laptop forgotten. His gaze drags up from my bare legs slowly, deliberately, like he's memorizing every inch. When he finally reaches my face, something dark and hungry flickers in those gray eyes before he blinks it away. You're not what I expected, he says. My pulse kicks up. What do you mean? Marcus always talked about his wife like she was less. He takes a slow sip of his drink. Quieter. Weaker. You don't feel weak. Panic flutters in my chest. I'm giving myself away, being too much Vivian, not enough Lily. I lower my eyes, soften my posture, make myself smaller. Grief changes people. Does it? He stands, closing the distance between us in 3 strides. Suddenly he's right there. Close enough that I can see the silver flecks in his gray eyes, close enough that I have to tilt my head back to meet his gaze. Or does it just strip away the mask? My back hits the counter. I'm trapped between granite and this man who looks at me like he can see straight through my disguise to the billionaire heiress underneath. His hand comes up slowly, and I think he's going to touch my face, but instead he braces it on the counter beside my hip, caging me in. Who are you really, Lily? His breath ghosts across my lips. Because the woman my brother described wouldn't look at me the way you're looking at me right now. How am I looking at you? My voice comes out breathless, betraying me. Like you want to devour me. His thumb brushes my hip bone through the thin cotton, and electricity shoots straight up my spine. Or let me devour you. I haven't decided which. I should push him away. Should remember why I'm here. Should think about Marcus, about Lily, about the revenge I came to exact. But all I can think about is the heat radiating off his body, and the way his thumb is drawing slow circles on my hip, and how badly I want to close the 3 inches between our mouths. Damien, tell me to stop. His other hand comes up to cup my jaw, tilting my face toward his. Tell me this is wrong, that you're grieving your sister, that you're Marcus's wife. Give me one good reason to walk away. I have 100 reasons. But when I open my mouth, nothing comes out except a shaky breath. He leans in until his lips are a whisper away from mine. That's what I thought. The kiss doesn't happen. Because footsteps sound on the front porch. A key turns in the lock and Damien pulls back so fast I almost fall forward. He's across the kitchen in seconds. Laptop closed, drink abandoned, expression perfectly neutral by the time Marcus walks through the door. My husband, my sister's abuser, the man I came here to destroy. He looks at me standing there in my thin shirt, barefoot and flushed, and something dangerous flickers across his face. What are you doing up? Couldn't sleep. I force my voice into submission, make it small and apologetic the way Lily's would be. I was just getting water. His eyes slide to Damien. And you? Working. Damien's voice is flat, empty of the heat that was there seconds ago. I'm heading to bed. He walks past Marcus without another glance at me, but I feel the ghost of his touch on my hip like a brand. Marcus watches him go, then turns back to me with eyes that catalog every detail. My bare legs, my racing pulse, the glass of water I'm gripping like a lifeline. Come to bed, he says. It's not a request. I follow him upstairs, and with every step I feel Damien's presence like a phantom limb. I came here to destroy Marcus, to save my sister, to execute the perfect revenge. I didn't expect to want someone for myself. Marcus leaves for a business trip to Shanghai, and the house exhales. For 3 days, I don't have to shrink. Don't have to watch every word, every gesture, every breath. I explore Lily's prison like an archaeologist uncovering evidence. The locked drawer where Marcus keeps copies of her bank statements, the monitoring software on her laptop, the way every clock in the house is set 5 minutes fast so she's always rushing, always wrong about time. I document everything. Photograph it. Build my case against him piece by piece, but I'm not alone in the house. Damien is here moving through rooms like smoke, working from his laptop at strange hours, watching me with eyes that see too much. On the third night, I find him on the rooftop terrace at sunset. He's leaning against the railing with a beer in his hand, silhouetted against a sky that's bleeding orange and pink and violet. The wind catches his dark hair, and for a moment, he looks like something out of a dream, beautiful and dangerous and impossibly real. You're going to catch me staring eventually, I say, stepping onto the terrace. Bold. Too bold for Lily. But I'm so tired of pretending. He turns, and the ghost of a smile touches his lips. I've been catching you staring for 3 days, Lily. Or should I call you something else? My heart stops. What are you talking about? I know you're not her. He sets his beer down and walks toward me slowly, deliberately, like he's approaching a wild animal. I've known since the moment you walked through that door. The question is, who are you really, and why are you pretending to be my brother's wife? I should run, should lie, should maintain the fiction. Instead, I stand there frozen as he stops inches away and cups my face with both hands. Vivian, he breathes. You're Vivian, aren't you? The dead sister who's very much alive. Hearing my real name on his lips breaks something inside me. I grab his wrists, but I don't push him away. How did you know? Because Lily never looked at Marcus with murder in her eyes. Because you move through this house like you're hunting something. Because when you look at me, his thumb brushes my lower lip and my breath catches. You look at me like you're starving, and Lily hasn't been hungry for anything in 2 years. If you know, why haven't you told Marcus? Because I want to know what you're planning. His eyes search mine, intense and unrelenting. And because I haven't been able to stop thinking about you since that night in the kitchen. This is insane. But I don't pull away. My fingers tighten around his wrists instead, holding him to me. I came here to destroy him, to gather evidence and ruin his life for what he did to my sister. Good. Damien's voice drops to something dark and hungry. I'll help you. Why would you help me? Because Marcus isn't just cruel, he's dangerous. And because... He leans in until his forehead touches mine, until I can taste his breath. I've never wanted anything the way I want you right now, and I'm tired of pretending I don't. The kiss is inevitable. His mouth crashes into mine like a wave breaking against shore, and I open for him immediately, desperately, like I've been drowning and he's the first breath of air. His hands slide into my hair, tilting my head to deepen the kiss, and I press against him until there's no space left between us. He tastes like beer and desire and danger, and I want to consume him, to let him consume me. To forget everything except the way his body feels against mine. We break apart, gasping. His pupils are blown wide, his chest heaving. We can't do this, I whisper, even as my hands fist in his shirt. This is wrong. Complicated. Dangerous. I know. He kisses me again, slower this time. Savoring. I don't care. He's your brother, half-brother, and he's a monster. Damien's lips trail down my jaw to my neck, and I arch into him. Let me help you destroy him, Vivian. Let me be your accomplice, your weapon, my what? I pull back just enough to meet his eyes. My lover while I'm pretending to be his wife? Your partner. His hands frame my face with devastating gentleness. In everything, the sun has set completely now. The terrace is dark except for the city lights glittering below us like fallen stars. I should think about consequences. About Lily. About what happens when Marcus comes home and finds out his half-brother knows my secret. Instead, I kiss Damien like I'm claiming him, like he's mine. Okay, I breathe against his mouth. Partners, his phone buzzes. He pulls it out, glances at the screen, and every line of his body goes rigid. What is it? Marcus. His voice is flat, dangerous. He's coming home early. Tomorrow morning. The bubble bursts. Reality crashes back in. I step away from him. My mind already racing through scenarios, exit strategies, ways to maintain my cover. Then we have tonight. I meet his eyes, let him see all the hunger and desperation and reckless want burning inside me, and then we disappear back into our roles until we can finish this. He reaches for me one last time, threading his fingers through mine. Tonight, then, But Vivian, when this is over, when Marcus is destroyed and your sister is free, what? I'm not letting you go. Marcus knows something is wrong. He's been home for a week and his eyes follow me like a predator tracking prey. He questions where I've been, who I've talked to, why I seem different. At dinner, he grips my wrist hard enough to bruise when I reach for my water glass. In bed, he turns away from me with barely concealed disgust. And I'm grateful, because the thought of him touching me while I'm burning for someone else makes my skin crawl. Damien and I are careful, professional. We barely look at each other when Marcus is around. But the tension between us is a living thing, crackling through every room, charging the air until I can barely breathe. Late one night, I'm in Marcus's study copying files from his laptop onto a hidden drive when I hear footsteps. I freeze, but it's not Marcus, it's Damien closing the door softly behind him and locking it. What are you doing? I whisper urgently. He could come home any minute. He's at a club downtown with clients. He'll be there for hours. Damien crosses to me and the look in his eyes makes my pulse skyrocket. I can't do this anymore, Vivian. I can't watch him touch you, talk to you, own you, and pretend I don't want to burn this entire house down. We agreed. I know what we agreed. He backs me against the desk, caging me in with his arms. But I'm breaking. Every time he looks at you, I want to kill him. Every night you sleep in his bed, I lose my mind. Tell me I'm not alone in this. Tell me you feel it too. You know I do. My hands find his chest, feeling his heart pound beneath my palms. But we have to be smart. We're so close, I've almost got everything we need to destroy him. His financial crimes, his abuse, all of it. Just a little longer. I don't want to wait longer. His hand slides up my thigh, bunching my dress higher. I want you. Now. Here. In his space. In his world. Claiming you the way he never could. It's reckless. Dangerous. Completely insane. But when his mouth finds mine, I stop caring about smart. I stop caring about anything except the way he lifts me onto the desk and steps between my legs. Except the way his hands map every curve of my body like he's memorizing scripture. Tell me to stop. He growls against my neck. Tell me this is wrong. It's wrong. My fingers work the buttons of his shirt. It's terrible. Damien, please don't stop. We come together like a collision, all hunger and desperation and months of wanting compressed into minutes. He peels away layers of clothing, of pretense, of the masks we both wear, until there's nothing between us except truth and need and a connection so intense it feels like it might consume us both. Afterward, we lie tangled together on Marcus's leather couch, hearts still racing, reality slowly seeping back in. Damien traces patterns on my bare shoulder, his touch reverent now instead of desperate. Run away with me, he says quietly. Tonight. Forget the revenge, forget Marcus, just let's disappear. I can't. I turn in his arms to face him. Lily is still trapped. She thinks I'm dead. She's alone with him. I can't leave her. Then let me tell her the truth. Let her know you're alive, that you're here, that the front door opens. Marcus's voice echoes through the house, angry and slurred. He's drunk. He's home early. We dress in seconds, moving with silent efficiency. Damien slips out through the study's side door while I straighten my clothes, smooth my hair, grab the flash drive. I'm halfway to the study door when it swings open and Marcus fills the frame. His eyes are bloodshot. His tie is loose, and he's staring at me like I'm a puzzle he's finally solved. What are you doing in here? I couldn't sleep. My voice is steady, but my pulse is hammering. I was looking for something to read. He walks toward me slowly, and I smell whiskey and rage. You're lying. Marcus. His hand shoots out and grabs my jaw, forcing my face up to his. I know you're lying. You've been lying since you got here. You're different. Wrong. And I'm going to find out why. Terror floods my system, but underneath it is something else. Fury. This is what he did to Lily. This is how he controlled her. And I'm done pretending to be her. I grab his wrist and twist hard, breaking his grip. Don't touch me. His eyes widen in shock, then narrow in understanding. You're not Lily. The world stops. She would never fight back, he continues, voice dropping to something deadly. She would never look at me with hate in her eyes. Who are you? Behind him, I see Damien appear in the hallway, silent as smoke. I'm your reckoning, I say softly, and your destruction. Marcus lunges for me, but Damien is faster. He grabs his half-brother, slams him against the wall, and the flash drive falls from my hand, skittering across the floor toward Marcus's feet, where he sees it, recognizes it, and understands everything. You've been stealing my files. Marcus's laugh is ugly, brutal. You've been building a case. How long have you been planning this? Weeks? Months? Damien still has him pinned to the wall, but Marcus doesn't struggle. He's too busy staring at me with dawning recognition. Vivian, he breathes. You're Vivian. You faked your own death. For my sister. I pick up the flash drive, hold it up like a weapon. Because of what you did to her. What you've been doing to her for 2 years, and she's weak. She needs someone to make decisions for her too. She needs to be free of you. My voice cuts through his excuses like a blade. And now she will be. Because I have everything, Marcus. Your financial fraud. Your abuse. Your crimes. All of it documented, time-stamped, ready to destroy you. His eyes slide to Damien. And you? My own brother helping her? Half-brother, Damien says coldly. And yes, gladly. Something shifts in Marcus's expression from rage to calculation. You think you've won? You think exposing me will save anyone? He laughs again, and it's the sound of breaking glass. I have lawyers, resources, power. I'll bury you both before any of this sees daylight. And Lily, sweet broken Lily, I'll make sure she knows her precious sister is alive. I'll tell her you faked your death, that you've been here playing house with my brother while she mourned you. How do you think that will feel for her? The words hit like acid, because he's right. I've been so focused on destroying him that I haven't thought about how Lily will feel when she learns the truth. That I let her grieve, that I lied, that I fell in love while pretending to be her. We're calling the police, Damien says. Now, call them. Marcus straightens his tie, smooth and controlled again. I'll tell them how you broke into my home, how you're an imposter, how my brother is having an affair with a dead woman. Who do you think they'll believe? He's right. We've been so careful gathering evidence against him, but we haven't protected ourselves. If he spins this right, we become the criminals. There's another way, I say quietly. Both men turn to look at me. A divorce? A quiet one. You give Lily everything, freedom, money, the house. In exchange, these files disappear and your reputation stays intact. Why would I agree to that? Because if you don't, I don't just leak the files to the police, I leak them everywhere. Your business partners, your clients, your country club. Every person who ever respected you will know exactly what you are. I step closer, letting him see the billionaire heiress underneath the disguise. I have money, Marcus. More than you've ever dreamed of. And I will spend every penny destroying you if you don't let my sister go. The calculation in his eyes shifts again. He's weighing options, measuring risks. Finally, he nods slowly. Fine, a divorce. But you, he looks at me with pure venom. Stay away from Lily, don't contact her. Don't explain. Disappear back into your fake grave and let her move on. Those are my terms. Take them or leave them. I want to argue. Want to fight. But Damien's hand finds mine, squeezes gently, and I understand. This is the win. Lily gets free even if she never knows why. Even if she thinks I abandoned her. Deal, I whisper. Marcus leaves that night. The divorce papers arrive within a week. Lily calls me, calls Damien's phone, confused and shaken, asking what happened, why her husband suddenly wants to end their marriage. I listen to her voice through the speaker, my heart breaking as Damien explains in careful terms that Marcus met someone else, that it's better this way, that she deserves so much more. She cries. She questions. But underneath the grief, I hear something else. Relief. Freedom. The beginning of healing. A month later, Lily signs the papers. Marcus disappears to Singapore with his reputation bruised but intact. And I stand in my own apartment, not Lily's house, not Marcus's prison, but my space, staring at my reflection and trying to remember who Vivian Ashford was before all of this. The door opens. Damien walks in with coffee and those gray eyes that see everything. You're thinking too loud, he says, setting the cup in my hands. I saved her, but she doesn't know. She thinks I'm dead, that Marcus just left. I take a sip, let the warmth ground me. Is that enough? It has to be. He pulls me against his chest and I melt into him. Because you gave her something more valuable than truth. You gave her freedom. At what cost? At the cost of your secret. His lips brush my temple. But not at the cost of us. I tilt my head back to look at him. This man who knew my truth. who helped me execute impossible revenge, who fell in love with me while I was wearing my sister's face. What are we now? I ask. When the mission is over and the masks are off? We're whatever we want to be. He kisses me softly, thoroughly, like he has all the time in the world. Partners, lovers, accomplices, all of it. My phone buzzes. A text from an unknown number. Thank you for introducing me to your brother-in-law. Damien has been checking on me, making sure I'm okay. I think I'm going to be okay. Missing you every day. Lily, I show Damien the message. He smiles. Small, secret, satisfied. You're still helping her. I breathe, even though I can't. Someone has to make sure she's actually free. That Marcus doesn't come back. That she builds a life worth living. He takes my phone, sets it aside, frames my face with his hands. I'm doing it for her. But I'm also doing it for you. Because you deserve to know your sister is safe even if she can't know you're alive. I kiss him then. Deep and grateful and full of everything I can't say. We destroyed a monster. We saved my sister. And somehow, impossibly, we found each other in the wreckage. 6 months later, I see Lily at a coffee shop. She's laughing with friends, her hair longer, her eyes brighter. She looks like she's learned to take up space again, to be hungry, to be whole. She doesn't see me. I make sure of that. But I watch her for a moment from behind dark sunglasses, my heart full and broken and healing all at once. Damien's hand finds mine. Ready to go? Yeah, I squeeze his fingers. I'm ready. We walk out into the sunlight together and I don't look back. Because Lily is free, I am free. And the revenge I thought would destroy me actually saved us both, just not in the way I expected. Sometimes love is sacrifice. Sometimes it's secrets. And sometimes, rarely, beautifully, it's finding someone who knows all your truths and chooses you anyway. This is my story. The twin swap, the revenge, the reckoning, the love I never saw coming, and I'd do it all again.